Hello all, welcome to another video. To start getting into the Halloween spirit, in this video I'll be making some Halloween-based adoptables. Rather than picking an item or an animal to go based off of, I chose to pick some palettes off of the internet that I found. One in particular that I found was Moki's. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, I hope I am, but I love the palettes they made there. Out of the 31 palettes, I chose 3 and 5. They stuck out the most to me. If anyone is interested about finding these palettes, you can find them on DeviantArt. Now, some of you might have noticed already, I am sick while recording this, so please do excuse my voice. Now on to the time lapses. For number 1, I honestly wasn't sure what to do originally. I kind of wanted to do a cat, I kind of wanted to do a dog, but I decided to do neither, since they are very common animals, and I don't see dragon-like characters used very often, so I chose a dragon-like character. Originally, I planned to have the same 2 characters on one kind of like image page here, but it obviously didn't go to plan. Now, I should probably explain, why am I doing Halloween adoptables? Well, I kind of felt bored, and since Halloween is coming up soon and I don't have anything prepared for it that's special for my channel or my social medias, I thought this was the best way to go about it. I decided to figure out if I should do it or not. I made a poll on Instagram about making some Halloween adopts, and the most of the people said yes to it. So I decided, hey, why not? In the past, when I had made adopts, I had done it on Amino, which meaning that I wasn't actually getting real money for the most part, I was getting coins, which is the currency. And right now, from what I believe, I'm not sure, I haven't checked the site in a very long time, 1,000 coins meant like $1, and so that's how I would get my characters sold and everything, and it worked out for the time being. But now I don't use it at all because I feel like my art is worth more than that. Back then I would only typically charge around $4 in coins, which was about 4,000 coins. To any artists out there, please do not underprice your artworks if you're trying to sell them. Now back to talking about the design of the character. I chose number 5 for this one instead of any other ones because I felt like the color palette was really interesting. The color palette chosen kind of gives off, oh, I'm spooky, but also I'm Halloween fiery kind of character. The only problem I had with the palette was how was I going to match these colors together, because originally when I was first trying to figure out the colors, not one of them matched together, but eventually I'm just like, okay, so I have these colors, I should probably stick to them. I'm going to make a desaturated version of the purple that is also darker, which I think helped a lot in this case. I did struggle with the line art a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as the last time I've tried to make an adoptable. I'm actually quite proud of this one. In bases like this for adoptables, I always make sure everyone can see the hands and the arms, because you need to be able to see it in case there's a asymmetrical design on it. The paw pads also were surprisingly hard to draw on there, and I'm not entirely sure why I struggled so much, but I think in the end it looked decent. If y'all are curious, these adoptables will be out before this video is posted. They will be on the dealer's den if anyone is interested. I'll probably post them an hour before I put out the video. Also, if it seems like I'm not talking much, I just don't have much to say about these guys. I'm just really happy with how they came out. There's only one problem I had with the colors, which was they were a bit too bright for my own liking, but I kept using them anyways. About halfway through drawing these guys, I got a cold, which, if you couldn't tell, like I said before, I still have that cold right now. Hopefully it goes away, but I wasn't happy about the cold. I had to procrastinate a little bit on these guys, but I didn't really want to, but I was sick. One thing to note about the hair tuft slash, like, hair that goes down like a mane, and on the tail, and on the legs, that did not look right with the original purple, so I made a deeper purple to go on top of it, and it ended up making it look almost more dynamic, if that's the correct word. I think I'm meaning to say is that it looks like it's flowing more naturally. For the second adopt, I decided to use Palette 3. I kind of wanted to make a acid, toxic-looking character. I figured that would probably fit the Halloween theme a little bit better. Wasn't entirely too sure originally, but then I'm just like, you know what, I've seen it done before, I'm just gonna do it. I am quite happy with the outcome of the character, and keep in mind that both of them are going to be for flat sale $60. If you have a problem with that price, and want me to lower it, just know that I won't. I am charging what I think my art is worth. Now you might be thinking, now wait, hold on. Why is the line art already done on this one? What I did was make the layer that is the lines transparent, and then put it on a new illustration, which is what IBS Paint calls a new artwork on there. The hardest thing I think on this specific adopt that I made was that almost jade green. Oh my god, it was hard to figure out where it matched and where it should go. I ended up deciding that I would go where the mane and tail fluff is. I typically like to keep to the original colors of the palette, but if I feel like I can't match something quite correctly, I typically will make a color that is not matching a shade darker, and then test it. Keep in mind for my challenges that I do with palettes, that is not the same thing I will do. I will just stick to the palette and not change any of the colors at all. While making this character, I couldn't decide what I wanted the paws to be for the color-wise, and I decided to go darker than lighter, and I think it turned out better, but I'm not entirely sure. And if you've noticed, I sort of forgot to color in certain areas at this stage where I had colored them in beforehand on the other one, so there's that. I didn't know what I wanted to put on the torso and knees, so I decided to put X's, because when else fails, put an X. Some point here in the time-lapse, I had decided to go to bed and forgot to turn off the app, and so it kind of didn't realize that I wasn't there. I don't know if it showed up at all, but it typically shows up with my other ones. The one main reason why I like making adopts is mostly because it's fun. It allows me to explore creatively through different means of making characters. It's honestly one of my favorite things to do. Making adoptables can also help if you have a character design that you wanted to make, but then didn't end up liking it, and then you want to sell it. And you can easily do that just by making it into an adoptable. One thing that I'd like to see more of is adoptables that are maybe like reptiles or something that don't have a bunch of fur and have a more unique design or complex design. In the end, I think both designs turned out very nice. I would definitely use this base again, honestly. I also used the same kind of setup from the other character adopt that I had made, and used that quickly to just easily do everything that I need to do. I will definitely be making more adopts here in the future, probably some more Halloween ones, so look out for that. I also hope to make some for Christmas, because Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. Also, a reminder for anyone who's participating in the contest that I'm holding, it is done on the last day of September. If you made it to the end of this video, have an amazing day. See ya!